Careblazer, I came up with the idea for this video after spending a day crying on and off. Now, that's not something I do easily. I'm not a crier. I'm not even someone who really shows my emotions very much, if I'm being honest. So this is going to be a different video than normal, but if you've ever experienced a hard or uncomfortable emotion that you didn't like in your caregiving journey, then this video is for you. On this particular day, I felt devastated and it was painful and my heart hurt. I couldn't focus. I mean, I literally felt like I almost couldn't catch my breath. It felt horrible. So, what I want to do and talk about in this video is share basically three things. Number one, I want to talk about the hard truth about life for caregivers that nobody talks about enough, because I think that's important. Number two, I want to talk about what the purpose is of all of the self-help tools that we hear so much about. And then number three, I want to talk about what you can do the next time you find yourself in one of these really hard, uncomfortable moments, these difficult spots that are going to happen in life. So let's start out with a hard truth nobody talks about enough. And that is that there is nothing that exists that will stop you from feeling emotional pain. Nothing. And here's the thing, especially if you're new to me, I'm a clinical psychologist at my foundational training. I'm a board certified geropsychologist, but the basics underneath that is a clinical psychologist, which means I know how our feelings work. I know what creates our feelings. I know how to change our feelings. I have many of the self-help tools and strategies and resources that we're supposed to know to help our clients through difficult emotions and difficult journeys. I actually help members inside of our Care Collective program every single week work through painful, difficult feelings and even change some of those feelings if that's what they want, especially those feelings of despair and hopelessness and guilt. I do that day in and day out. That's my foundation. But despite that, despite all of my knowledge as a clinical psychologist, all of the self-help tools, therapy, medication, meditation, there is nothing that is meant to take away our emotional pain. That's not what those self-help tools are there for. We'll talk about that in just a minute. The message I want to give to you here first is that so long as we are human and so long as we love and care for another human being, we are going to experience emotional pain. If you happen to love somebody, emotional pain is going to be on the other side of that love. You might feel it when the person you love gets sick, when they get hurt, maybe when they're diagnosed with dementia, or when they pass on. It doesn't mean something has gone wrong. It doesn't mean you're doing anything wrong. It doesn't mean you're not meditating hard enough. You're not practicing gratitude frequently enough. It doesn't mean any of that. It means that you are a human and that you have a heart. And the hard truth is it's going to hurt. It's going to be painful. It's going to feel uncomfortable. You're not going to like it, and it's okay. So we can't escape it. We can't escape experiencing emotional pain from time to time. That is part of being human. That's the hard truth of being a caregiver with somebody that you love. Quite frankly, it's the hard truth of being a human being and choosing to care or love for anybody. So let's move on to the second point of this video, which is, okay, well, there's all these self-help tools and resources. What's the point of those if we have to experience emotional pain no matter what? Those tools are not meant to prevent you from ever feeling emotional hurt. They're not even meant to wipe away your pain the minute you practice them. What all of those tools do is they widen your capacity to feel the discomfort when it happens. They're meant to help you through those difficult feelings. They're actually meant to help you feel those feelings. Hear me when I say feeling your feelings is never wrong. It's okay to do even when it's hard. And all of those tools in your self-help toolbox are there to help open up your capacity to process through that pain. Use those tools to help you allow and process through that pain, not trying to get rid of the pain. Because the truth is, we're never going to be able to get rid of emotional pain from our human experience. That is going to keep popping up from now into the future, so long as we're human and we care about things. There's nothing we can do to ever stop that. So if we are going to experience emotional pain from time to time, it makes sense that we get comfortable with feeling the discomfort. It makes sense that we get comfortable and practice using the tools that help us move through the discomfort, knowing it's not going to wipe it away right away. And with time and with practice and with having this basic level of understanding, when we experience uncomfortable emotions, our experience becomes easier. It becomes a little gentler because we know we can get through it. We know we've been able to get through it. We know we have tools and resources we can rely on to help us get through it, but we're never going to get rid of it all the way. We're never going to prevent it from happening again in the future. So what's the most important thing you can do the next time emotional heartbreak sets in? The most important thing you can do is to acknowledge that it's normal and that you're human, and this is part of the human experience. We don't even need to try to fix it right away. After all, there is no fix for the heartbreak of losing a loved one, having a loved one pass away, having a loved one diagnosed with dementia and watching them decline in front of your eyes, watching your loved one struggle with basic tasks. There's no fix, no band-aid, no cure that's going to stop our heartbreak in those situations. It makes sense that we would feel heartbreak in those situations. I think those things are always supposed to hurt, but you can use some of your favorite tools to help you move through that hurt. I hope this helps you, Careblazer. I'm not going to lie, the day that I was going through recently, it was hard. It was miserable. It was awful. But here I am on the other side of it now. I feel so much better. Was I able to change the thing I was, so struggling about? No, not necessarily, but just having this understanding is helpful. And don't get it confused. Even though there are things that are helpful, it doesn't mean it took away the emotional pain that day for me. Okay. Now, if you're interested in even more support and even more guidance on how to get through a lot of the heartbreak, emotional pain, the grief, I would invite you to check out our Care Collective program, learn more about it. We do grief groups, support groups, dementia expert Q&As. We have an entire library of resources that you can dive into to help you with whatever you're facing in your caregiving journey, whether it's trying to get your loved one to bathe or shower or toilet or accept more help, or maybe you're just trying to get your legal aspects and future planning in order. We have everything inside of our program. Check it out to learn more and see if it's a good fit for you. You can go to www.careblazers.com and click on the For Families button. It'll show you all about it. Or there's also a link below this video you can click on to learn more. Careblazer, I am sending you so much love. And as always, I will be back next week with a new video. Bye.
Also, Nico gets a belly rub for every person who subscribes from this video. So if you haven't already, click the red subscribe button. It's totally free. And Nico says, thank you very much.